again, my fellow Game of Thrones nerds. It's me here, Daniel, again, here to talk to you about my final prediction video about Game of Thrones. It's going to be Season 8, Episode 6. We are down to the wire now. Gosh, and it's been a roller coaster. There's been some ups, there's been some downs, but I am here to talk to you about what I think is going to happen in the end. Who I think will survive, who I think is going to die, who I think will skim through and just kind of float in the background without any kind of end story, because I feel like that is gonna happen. Got my crown on because I kind of know who's gonna be king or queen at the end, but I mean I don't know, but wishful thinking. But come on, you gotta have your crown for Game of Thrones. So without further ado, just wanted to start it off because I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to make it a good one, and because it has to be the last and it has to be the greatest. So I really enjoy you guys watching my videos for the past season. I know it's been a pretty short one, only a month and a half, but I'm really glad I started this page, and I know it could be better, and it will be better when I start doing Marvel, fantasy football, all this other stuff that I'm just going to incorporate. I'm going to start doing some old movies that I really love and start reviewing those. I'm even going to keep doing some Game of Thrones videos because, man, has it been a good series. It's been one of the top 3 for me. This season, a little lackluster, but, I mean, they had to work with what they had. So, I mean, without further ado, I'm here to talk to you about what I think is going to happen now. So, starting off with, I mean, the most obvious is Dany is the Mad Queen now. Unfortunate. I mean, really liked her as a character. She was really nice, like, toward, like, end of season 5. Then you could start to see this little turn in her. Very slight, but, I mean, they have kind of hinted toward the whole thing in the series at afar, but, I mean, it could have been done better. But she's the Mad Queen now. There's no way the Mad Queen will sit on a throne. That's ridiculous. That's not the way it can end. George R. R. Martin said it's going to be a bittersweet ending. He doesn't make it like it's a fairy tale. He makes it so he knows that you're going to enjoy it, but you're not going to expect it, kind of thing. Just like the red wedding, just like the purple wedding, just like this whole thing through. Just like Ned's death in the beginning. Like, end of episode or end of season 1, boom, you weren't expecting it. I don't think you're going to expect this ending either. So, Dany, I think, is going to die. I think it's going to be by the hands of Jon, but, I mean, that's an easy guess. But I think it's mostly going to be because of the prophecy of Azor Ahai. I think he's still the prince that's promised, so I feel like that's going to keep escalating and keep into fruition. Jon is just the leader that everyone deserves, the whole land deserves. I mean, he doesn't want to be it. You can kind of tell, but some of the best leaders don't generally want to be leaders in life. They are forced in that hand. They are put forth and shown that they can just do what they can do. So I think Jon will kill her by stabbing his sword through her heart, but I think the other Starks are going to play a very big role in it. I mean, Arya for sure, I think, is going to go possibly kill Grey Wind. I mean, it's going to be either Jon or her. But I'm guessing Arya will definitely have some tricks up her sleeve to kind of help it go. So she will help Jon get to Daenerys to kill her. But I think Arya might actually end up dying in this one. Not sure for sure. I don't want her to. She's a great warrior, but all warriors generally die in this whole thing. Besides Jon, I mean, even Jon died, but he came back. All warriors have died in this whole series, and they just have bad luck in the end. So next, I think Sansa, when Jon becomes king, he's gonna need a warden of the North, and what better than to have a Stark in the North to kind of make sure things go well. She definitely seemed like a good leader. I'm not a big fan of her. I mean, personally, there's been better Starks in the world, but she seems the most wanting of power and able to just make it work. Um, Nextly, I think Bran is probably gonna make it, but he's gonna go up north, like the Ultra Raven, and kind of just oversee um, the whole kingdoms and even Essos and everything like that. I think he doesn't belong in Winterfell. I think he just has to do his own thing. He's not a Stark, like he said. He's a three-eyed Raven, and he's not gonna die because he's not battle worthy. I mean, they would need like Drogon to burn him, kind of thing. But they've done worse to better people, so I think is in the air for me for Bran. But it could go either way. So I think Bran's gonna be at the end up north. I don't think some characters I don't think are coming back for this episode are gonna be Tormund, Sam, Ghost, Sam's wife, Gilly. There's a bit of characters just gonna have to go off and live, and not be a part of the final battle kind of thing because they were a part of so much. Drogon. I think this might be a surprise to someone, but Drogon I think will live. He'll live to fight another day. There to show that to people that dragons are a real thing. That magic and dragons and things that you heard in your fairy tale stories from your mom and everything, they're actually real. They're not just a fantasy at all. They're the real deals. So Drogon's gonna live. He's gonna see Dany die, so he's gonna definitely be heartbroken. But I think knowing that he knows that Jon is Targaryen, I think that's really gonna play to him knowing that he can't kill him. Drogon cannot kill Jon. He just knows that blood is the same. Nextly, let's see. The Iron Throne, I think, will already be still be standing. The throne, not the throne room, but the throne will. And with the prophecy, I think it's still gonna come true that everyone thought it was snow. Now they think it's ash. I think it's gonna be ash and snow. It's obviously gonna be ash, but then it's gonna be snow, Jon Snow, sitting on it. I don't even think he's gonna want to sit on it. I think he's gonna sit on it as a symbolism and then get rid of it, kind of thing. Like he's done. This is the wheel. The throne is the wheel. You gotta break the wheel. You gotta end it. He'll go rule where he feels best. Maybe he might even take on Drogon, which would be pretty cool. He could ride Drogon away and just rule from where he suits best. He obviously knows how to ride a dragon, so I'm actually switching up that prediction now. I don't think Drogon's gonna leave. I think Jon's gonna leave with Drogon. I just switched it up in my head right now. I like that idea. Nextly, I mean, there's not a lot more characters going on. Like I said, Grey Worm. I don't know. I said Grey Wind. Sorry, that's a dog. Grey Worm will die. Unfortunately, from either Jon or Arya. But I think that's pretty much a given. He's gonna die. He's kind of symbolizing the evil turn of Dany. Davos, my favorite character. I think he's gonna live because he's not a warrior. He's an advisor. He knows who to back and he knows when to back them. And he knows when people are being dumb and when people are smart. And he knows Jon is the real deal. So Davos, come on, man! I'm pulling for you. I'll put $20 on you if I can. Takers. Anybody? Bueller. Okay. So Davos is gonna be my boy. Who is it? Gendry, I don't think is even gonna show up in this one. He's gonna go live in the Stormlands, rule it well, and Jon's gonna let him because Jon likes him a lot. So that's a given. I think he's not gonna be in this episode. He played his part. So I mean, I'm pretty much coming down to the wire of all of them. Jon's obviously gonna live. He's gonna rule. It's kind of been foreshadowed that he's meant to be. He knows what he's doing, kind of thing. And he was never wanting it, but he deserves it, kind of thing. Oh man, I almost forgot Tyrion. Oh, Tyrion. He is literally 2 flips of a coin for me right now. That is tough to talk about Tyrion. I loved him for the past 6 seasons, 6.5. this past season and a half, he's really just gone downhill. Really sad that they really did disjustice to that character. I think he's gonna live. I think he's gonna live to advise John, but I think John is gonna have to keep him at arm's length at all times. I mean, that's another thing. Like, how can you portray that later on? He's just, I mean, either that or he's gonna go off into Essos and live like he should have a long time ago. He should never be royalty. He should just be his own kind of man. Not the man you were raised to be, the man that you want to be. I think he just wants to be free and wants to everyone to be happy. So Tyrion, another non-warrior, I think will make it through. But there's just something about it that feels like he might die at the same time. So Tyrion is a toss-up for me. Let me know what you think. I really want to know because honestly, he's teetering for me. I mean, if he died, I'd probably be sad and probably a little pissed. But I think it might still be okay if he really turns it around at the end and does what's best. So yeah, I'm sad that he didn't do Ghost any justice. He was a good boy. But everyone else, I think, for the most part, I got it pretty much wrapped up. I really want to know what you guys think. Let me know what your differences on the deaths to living kind of thing is. Who you think might actually make a surprise appearance in this episode. I mean, there's really no one you can really say that about. Maybe Cersei comes back from the dead. Oh, that would be awesome. But I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, I just think it's going to be a fight against the aunt against the nephew, and he's just going to fight to save people. He's not fighting to get the throne. He's fighting just to be safe. Lastly, Robb and Aaron. He should have died. I mean, that's just ridiculous. But that's another story. I hope they just kind of like show that one at the end, like kind of like a Waller Frey kind of thing. Like, oh yeah, by the way. But that's neither here or there. So just there's gonna be some loose ends at the end. That's okay. I mean, there's too many ends for them to tie all up. If they did, it'd be even more ridiculous. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been Daniel. You've been awesome. This has been my Game of Thrones last prediction video, and I really hope you enjoyed it because, man, I enjoyed doing it for you guys. And look for later today when I'm going to try to do a live stream of me watching it. I'm probably just going to have to record it and then make the video on the bottom and do some editing with it because I don't know how to do live stream with the actual show going on yet. But if I can get some tips, let me know. Again, you guys been awesome. I've been Daniel. Stay great. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy it.